Once you've done all three of these categories, you can sit down, add up your expenditures, and compare it to your income. Obviously, if you are spending more than your income, you obviously have an issue, you have a problem there, and you've got to cut expenditures. But even if you are making more than what you're spending, for many of us, we could be saving a lot more. So that leads us to the second A, which is analyze. Analyzing the data, where we're going to try to look for patterns. I had a couple one time come down and sit down with me, and they had gone through that process that I just went over with you. And the wife said to me, hey, would you mind, we put everything just about on our credit card, would you mind looking at this and see if there's anything that jumps off the page to you? So I did, and the first thing that I noticed was that Starbucks was on there a lot, and by a lot I mean every day. Now I have to be careful when I'm talking to a Starbucks addict. If I tell them, hey, you need to cut back or cut this out, they may lunge at me, attack me, etc., and I want to keep my health in good standing, right? But instead, what I said was, hey, it looks like you're spending $8 to $10 a day there. And she said, yes, that's about right. And I said, have you thought about how much that is on an annual basis? And she said, no, I haven't ever done the numbers. I haven't thought about it like that. And I said, well, that puts you somewhere between $3,000 and $3,200 a year. She was blown away. And she said, I had no idea. I had never done those numbers. She goes, that is too much to spend. So when you're going over where you're spending money, a tip is to take what you're spending in a category and say, how much of this, if I got it down for a month, times 12, how much am I spending for a year? And there are going to be some things for all of us that we can cut when we put it in those terms.